Good morning or good afternoon. I am Yvonne from Colorado, and it is Tuesday, October the 24th. I want to welcome you all to the Winner Within Coaching Call brought to you by the Unit of Prosperity, or UOP for short. We host these personal development calls Monday through Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern for the benefit of entrepreneurs and marketers everywhere. So you can feel free to invite your teams, no matter which company you represent, for some daily motivation and inspiration. But just in case this is your first time dialing into a Tuesday call, let me introduce our coach to you. He is a visionary, strategist, and entrepreneur. He is an energetic, highly impactful speaker and a fierce motivator. Utilizing his passion, he likes to take an aggressive approach to personal development by challenging what people see as the norm. His story is a remarkable one. From a very young age, he has had an entrepreneurial spirit, but lacked the guidance of positive role models to hone his abilities. Even though he faced many pitfalls and major challenges along the way, with faith, will, determination, and perseverance, he was able to reach his goal of becoming a successful entrepreneur. He has an affinity for community outreach and volunteerism. He has served in many leadership capacities over the years and is currently a member of the board of directors for both the United Negro College Fund and Sister Cities in Jacksonville, Florida. His vision is to motivate and teach others the power of effectively utilizing knowledge, resources, and network ability to obtain definitive goals and reach their greatness. So please grab something to write with. You're going to want to take notes. He's going to share with us his topic for the day. It's not about you. It is my pleasure to introduce and bring to the call Dr. Adrian Gentry. Dr. Gentry, are you ready?
I am so ready, and thank you so much for the introduction. It's amazing every week. I appreciate you so much.
You are so welcome. Take it away. The call is yours.
No problem. Guys, first of all, I want to say thank you. I always like to thank you for allowing me to speak into your life for just a brief moment. The second thing I love to do is clear some things up. One, I'm a very, very passionate person, and at some point in this call, I will start nearly yelling. It's just a passion pouring out of me. Don't get afraid. It's just who I am. Second, I believe in God 120%, 25%. I'm a Christian through and through. So the word of God is going to come out of me. If you're not a Christian, I'm sorry. It's just who I am. And three, I'm a meat and potatoes type of person. I give you what I got, and I get off the call. My topic today is not about you. As a life coach, as a motivator, as a person who loves to inspire, I believe one thing is true. For any change really to take place, people have to get completely uncomfortable. Because anytime people are in a comfortable state, they become stagnant. They become complacent. So today I'm going to try to take a lot of people out of that comfortable space. And it's not directed towards you, but I need you to understand the way the world has begun to condition us has put a major hindrance on what we're able to accomplish. Cliches have begun to take over our speech. It began to take over our belief systems. And one of those things is it's all about me. Do what's best for you. And over the last couple of weeks, it's just been kind of amazing. I woke up about 5 o'clock this morning. I had to just sit there and think for a minute. I'm going to tell a bit of my story, not to brag, but I want to tell a bit of the things that have been going on in my life so you can understand how the 5 principles I have for you today play out. And so over the last couple of weeks, it's just things are coming my way and I don't know where they're coming from. But there's always something that's connecting each and everything that I've been doing. So a couple of weeks ago, I got a call to be able to speak on the stage with Les Brown. So we'll be hitting 3 or 4 different states. I'm like, my God, Les Brown. I don't even know how I got that honor. It's just ridiculous, right? And so over the last couple of weeks, I've gotten business opportunities to literally take my company to the next level on every front. One is an opportunity to build me about $500,000 in a year. Another opportunity about the same amount in a year. And it's very little effort to make this type of money. But in every opportunity that was presented to me, it was always presented to me because I was never out serving me. I was out serving other people. To speak with Les Brown, my entire life, I tell people, my entire mission in life is to extract excellence out of people at a mental, physical, emotional, spiritual, and a financial level. So I wake up every day with that notion in my head. That's what I'm going out to do. I'm going to inspire change in other people. And over the years, I've gotten to work with businesses let's just say less than savory businesses and business owners that have never understood the principle that it was never about them. It was always about the people they were serving or the people they employed. And I've gotten a chance to watch these businesses have minor success in an industry that could have been huge success, in industries that could have been huge success. But because they thought it was all about them, the businesses began to fall and fail at the drop of a dime. So I know the world is kind of in a place right now where we believe that being selfish is okay. We're in a world that believes that the wolf takes the prize. Like you have to be the biggest and baddest and you take all, and that's the way business is done. But I'm here to tell you today that only limits your level. Selfishness limits the level of success that you can possibly have in your life. And you have to realize something. It's never about you. And I always say this, relationships and businesses go hand in hand. And I say that for a reason, because you can only be as good as that customer that's buying from you, or that employee that's working with you, or that person that's building underneath you. Opportunities will begin to come your way if the relationships have trust attached to them. But the selfish mentality doesn't allow anyone to build enough trust to have that certain level of success. And I look at all the titans in business today. I look at Google. What they did was they found a need and they fulfilled that need. One of the largest companies in the world today. I look at Toyota. Toyota's entire process of their business is geared towards giving the customer what they want for something that would last and stand the test of time. It was never about money. But we look at the American companies today when it comes to the auto industry, and they begin to crash several years ago because people began to see that there was lack in quality in what they were producing. It was all about the money. How much money could I possibly make? So if you want to build substantial, sustainable businesses, you have to begin to look at other people. You can't look inside of yourself. So today we're going to strip off that selfish gene, and we're going to see how do we build a business? How do we develop the relationships that we need to develop to go to the next level? So how do you begin to make it not all about you? Remember, I'm going to say this again, relationships and business go hand in hand. So we're going to look at this from a relationship standpoint, right? One, you have to protect your words. The words that come out of your mouth have the power of literal life and death. And I know at times we get frustrated and we get angry and we get mad and we begin to talk to the people that's not based off of them, it's based off of what's inside of us, but we just have to get our point across. If you want to build substantial relationships, if you want to build substantial businesses, you have to encourage the people that are around you. You have to build them up even when you feel like you're down. Even when the world feels like it's going against you, it's never about you. The greatest leaders remain calm when the war is on. The Bible says if you can tame your tongue, if you can tame your tongue, you can change any habit around you. You can control the rest of your life based off the words that come off your tongue. So if you want to begin to switch the relationships around, you can begin by using your mouth. I literally had a business partner recently that I had to completely let go. And there's no shape, form, or fashion that I can do business with that person anymore. Because every time their emotions heighten, that's when the words come, the violent words start coming out. That's when the critiques and the criticisms start pouring out of their mouth. And I realized at that point, if you are this way, you can't control your tongue. You can't control your actions. And everything that came out their mouth had to be about them. Everything they felt poured off their tongue. How can you build a substantial relationship? How can you build a substantial business if you're always utilizing your tongue to tear other people down, to make yourself feel better about who you are. The second one, be impeccable with your word. Business builds on trust. Relationship builds on trust. If a person can't trust you, they can't do business with you. If your customers can't trust you, why would they give you your money? Their money. If your business partners can't trust you, how long is it going to be before they stop doing business with you? We begin to use the word commitment. we begin to use the word commitment as only a power word. Like we want to seem like we're committed, but the reality is we're only so-so. We're only halfway there. We'll say things we know we really have no intention of doing at all. We'll say things and maybe I'll do it if I have the time. Be impeccable with your word, because guess what? No matter what, it wasn't about you. You opened your mouth and you told someone else, and you have to live up to what you're speaking. It's about trust. This is business. And business is personal, contrary to the beliefs of most people. Just because you separate the two doesn't mean that you validate your actions. The third, put others' needs before yours. I know this is going to sound crazy. Put others' needs before yours. When I was a kid, I remember my mother used to work 2 jobs at one point. And I tell people this all the time. Mother's an amazing woman, man. She's the strongest woman I've ever met in my life. She had me at 15. My mother died at 16, and she had to raise me by herself, me and my uncle. And I remember my mother used to get up some mornings and go work 2 jobs just to put food on the table, and I'll never forget that. But that bond was built because I seen the sacrifices she had to make just so I can live. Imagine making those type of sacrifices for the people in your business. Imagine getting up in the middle of the night and driving across town. What kind of bond would that bring? What kind of loyalty would you breed in your own business, in your own relationships, if you stop thinking about you for 5 minutes and start thinking about someone else? Every opportunity that has come my way this year has been based off, in the last couple of weeks, has been based off people who have watched me over the years help other people. That's it. They've watched me continuously try to do something to better someone else. It had nothing to do with me. Because I don't focus my energy completely on me. I focus my energy on helping others. Zig Ziglar once said, if you help enough people get what they want, you'll begin to get what you want. If you want to begin to cultivate the opportunities that you want in your life, you're going to have to become a giver. You're going to have to become the type of person that's willing to help other people, even when it doesn't benefit you. Because at the end of the day, it was never about you. We were built to be givers. We were built to give to others. I love this fact about the human anatomy. The reality is we've been programmed so much to be givers. Even in a depressed state, we can snap out of it by literally giving to someone else, because the human brain begins to excrete dopamine to make you excited. We were never built to take from other people. It takes more energy to take from other people to pour into people. And the reality is most people have horrible relationships around them because they're the type of person, they're seeking to get something out of the relationship instead of putting something back in it. I talked to a company just yesterday. They've been in business 8 years. If you ever seen the 8A program, it's a program gives small business a leg up in the government. They've been in business 8.5 years, and I know the owner personally, and I would not say this is a guy who cares about anybody but himself. Most selfish guy I've ever met in my life. He can't figure out why he can't get any more contracts. But the reality is, everybody knows him as a taker. Over the years, I've watched him take from everybody he could possibly take from. So he's coming up on his 9th year, and his business is beginning to fall apart, and he's losing contracts left and right, and it's only based off the fact that he's a taker. If you begin to put others' needs before you put your own, I guarantee you the opportunities will come your way. I guarantee you the people that you need to help you build your business, the people that you need to help you organize your company, the people that you need to provide you with opportunities will come your way. But if we stay in this mind frame of being selfish and taking, and it's all about me, opportunities will begin to wither away. The fourth, always give more than expected. Now, I know people have heard this before. You always give a little bit more. Promise a little, but give much more. I know everybody's heard that before. The reality is this. The law of sowing and reaping is real. I'll say it again. The law of sowing and reaping is real. If you don't believe in Christ, if you don't believe in the Bible, karma is real. What you put out comes back to you. If you've ever read the book Think and Grow Rich, they talk about the universe giving you back what you've put out there. The more frustration you put out there, the more anger you put out there, the more pain that you put out there. That's exactly what you're going to get back. You're supposed to live in a place of abundance. Always give more than what's expected of you. Because I guarantee you, people are watching you. I got a text message. I get an inbox nearly every day. Someone said, "Man, thank you for your inspirational quotes. I really needed that." Like, man, you ain't even like nothing. I didn't even know you was watching me. I didn't even know that was helping you out. But because I live in a place of abundance, I live in a place where I love to give all that's inside of me because I want to die empty. People see that. And you'll begin to attract those people to your life. If you're giving more out, more has to come back in. That's what the law states. If you're giving more to the people that you've brought into business, they're going to bring more people in if you're a network marketing. But if you bring them in and you don't support them, they can't reach you on the cell phone. They can't reach you in your inbox. Eventually, you'll begin to lose those people. I got a guy came by Friday night, completely frustrated and aggravated. Why? Because the person who enrolled him won't even pick up the phone for him. He said, "Man, I even had my girlfriend call. She signed up too." The person that enrolled them wouldn't even pick up the phone for them. So how likely are they to bring more people to you because you've lost all trust because you didn't even give them what you want, that's what you told them you were going to give them. Yet alone go above and beyond. Abundance brings about abundance. Giving more than expected will begin to pour out blessings for you. It will begin to pour out more business. It will begin to pour out more relationships. It will begin to pour out more customers into your own business. And the fifth one, do it when you don't even want to. Now, I know we all get home at night. We're completely and utterly tired. All about you. And I look at the relationships. That's been one of my biggest studies over the last 2 years of just looking at the dynamics of relationships. And I'm going to speak to it in that sense. You come home at night, you sit on the couch, you watch TV, and you pay your spouse no attention at all. Eventually, that relationship is going to start to fall apart. And that's just the same way with your business. If you're not doing it, even when you don't want to, you've made it all about you. Because like I said before, somebody's watching you right now, and it's not all about you. Someone needs you to go to the next level so they can go to the next level. It's not all about you. The harder you work, the harder you make someone else work. It's not all about you. Give more. When you get to that place, when you begin to strip yourself of the mentality that it's all about you, the world will begin to open up and give you more of what you need. When you strip yourself of that mentality that's all about you, then you can live in a place of abundance. It's easier to get to the goal if you're helping other people get there yourself. In the Army, we never leave a man behind. When I was in the Army, and I remember we was doing this field rotation one time, and they said, bam, somebody's dead. So we faking this thing, right? So the dude that fell down that was dead that we had to pick up and carry out, he had to be all of 350. 350 pounds. So now we have to figure out how to pull this man out the woods. 350 pounds and it's pouring down raining. But guess what? That's what a lot of people are doing right now when they're saying it's all about them. That man lived and you could live. You can live in abundance if you leave the mentality of it's all about you. If you strip yourself of the selfishness, you'll begin to cultivate the relationships. You'll begin to cultivate the businesses. People will begin to attract to you just because, guess what? You're a giver and it's not all about you, and they understand that. They will begin to trust you because you're completely impeccable with your word. You're not hot-headed. You're not talking crazy to everybody around you. Who wants to be around a person like that? You put others' needs before your own. You're always giving more than you expect. And you always do it, even when you don't want to. Because when you begin to do things when you don't want to, you'll begin to get the freedom to do whatever you want when you want to. I'm going to get personal real quick. I'm divorced. I used to be married. Now, we're not going into all dynamics of the divorce, but after the divorce, I was completely frustrated, and all I thought was, I can't believe they did me like this. But when I was in a relationship, I spent 16, 17 hours a day working, thinking about my goals, my dreams, what I wanted. And eventually, that led to other things going on that caused me to get a divorce. When it's all about you, you can never have the level of success you want in any area of your life. When it's all about you, people will not trust you. People will not do business with you, and people won't bring you opportunity. I've been able to have a certain level of success. I've been able to be presented with certain opportunities because everything in my life I do is about other people. Because at the end of the day, I know one thing: you reap what you sow. And if you're always sowing discord, if you're always sowing aggravation, if you're always sowing your selfish nature, that's what it's going to be. You're going to be stuck with nothing but you. So today, I want everyone to begin to commit to serving other people. That's what you were built to be. The greatest servant. Because it says the greatest among you shall build the least. And I guarantee you, if you begin to serve other people, every area of your life will begin to prosper. There will be business opportunities like you've never had before. There will be customers like you've never had before. There'll be relationships like you've never had before. But you gotta quit thinking it's all about you. Commit to serving others. Commit to doing your absolute best, even when you don't feel like doing it. Begin to speak life into other people. Encourage them. Build them up. If you want to build a sense of loyalty around you, build people up. Stop tearing them down. Just because you're mad in that minute doesn't mean that you have to take your pain and your hurt and push it on to other people. Be completely impeccable with your word. If you say you're going to do something, do something. Stop being all fickle. Stop it. Because the more trust you lose in other people, the less opportunities come your way. We were built to serve, so serve. We were built to lead from the front, so lead from the front. The minute you lose the selfish nature, the minute you go to the next level. I thank you guys for getting on the call today. You're great because God said so. I love you. Have a fantastic day.